Bernie, can you hear me? How you doing at home? What's this feeling like for you, this crazy isolation we're all living through?
Well, it is totally crazy with it's not being able to touch my grandchildren, not be able to get into the office, kind of trapped in the house is very difficult to me, but it's difficult to everybody in this country and most of the people around the world. Just to give you an example, I just heard literally 2 minutes ago that somebody was working on my campaign, was terribly ill, was taken to the hospital, was on a ventilator, near death. Good news is she's out right now and she's healthy. On the other hand, somebody who was involved in the campaign passed away just a couple of days ago. So it is, I think we all have to take a deep breath and appreciate we are living in an unprecedented moment in American history. Look, you've never been through this. I've never been through this.
No.
Nobody alive has
Nobody.
ever been through this. So, we got to think our way out of it. Main thing we have to do is not panic. We have to love each other. We have to be concerned about each other and get through this thing together. But it is an unprecedented moment.
Senator,
and
this
we
is
have to worry.
Senator, this
Sarah.
is Sarah, and I'm so sorry for your update on the people you've watched. A lot of people are scared right now, and I think much of that is due to the misinformation that's floating out there, and a fair amount of that has come from the White House. What's the number one thing that keeps you up at night right now?
Number one thing, clearly, I think that Trump, from the very beginning, downplayed the threat of this virus. The idea that today we have doctors and nurses all over this country who do not have masks that cost 50 cents or $1 a piece is unbelievable. We don't have enough ventilators, gloves, gowns. That speaks to a dysfunctional healthcare system. But right now we have to listen to the scientists. We have to maintain our social distancing. We need the world to cooperate, to move as aggressively as we can, to come up with a vaccine, to come up with any kind of treatment that we can. So there has to be international cooperation in terms of coming up with the healthcare solutions that we need. The other thing that I stay up nights worrying about is that as we speak, there are people who are watching this program right now who have no food in the cupboard, and they are worried about how they're going to feed their kids. So in an unprecedented way, we're going to have to make sure that nobody in America goes hungry. That means we get food out to everybody. The second thing I think we have got to do is that while the last bill that we passed, the stimulus bill, will help a lot of people, we have to make sure that those provisions get implemented as quickly as possible. So we're talking about $1,200 per adult, $500 per kid. That's a start, not enough, but we got to get that money out right away. And we also have to get the unemployment checks out right away. I want everybody to know that what we have done is extend and expand unemployment in an unprecedented way. That means the average unemployment check in America is about $360 a week. For a 4-month period, we've added $600 a week on top of that. Furthermore, we have expanded unemployment to cover millions of people who previously were not covered. And what people have got to do, and we're working with the Department of Labor now, to get the word out. If you are an Uber driver, if you're a part-time worker, if previously you were not eligible for unemployment, you are eligible right now. Learn how. Go to your state unemployment office. And we're trying to do our best to make sure that state unemployment offices have the resources they need to be able to tell people what they are entitled to.